Math of Mr. Williams, example 1. Identifying parts of an algebraic expression. Identify the terms, coefficients, and constants in each expression. So here we have 5x plus 13. Remember, the terms are numbers, variables, or products of numbers and variables in an expression. So here we have 5x, which is a number times a variable, and 13. Okay, the coefficient is the number that is being multiplied to a variable. So that number would be 5. And the constant is the number that's added or subtracted that is just a number by itself. So 13. All right, on to the second one. We have 2z squared plus y plus 3. Well, our terms are 2z squared, the variable itself, y, and the number by itself, 3. All those are separated by addition. All right, the coefficients are 2, because it's being multiplied by the z squared. Now the tricky part is there is actually the number 1. Because there is one variable here, there is a 1 sitting out front of it. All right, the constant is the number by itself, so 3. Math of Mr. Williams, example 2. Writing algebraic expressions using exponents. Write each expression using exponents. So here we have d times d times d times d. All right, so that's our base. And now we're going to write that. And then we're looking at how many of those d's are being multiplied. Well, there's 4 of them. So we write that with a little 4 as our exponent, saying there's 4 of those bases multiplied together. All right, on to the second one. Here we have 1.5 times h times h times h. Well, there are 3 of these, and there's only one of the 1.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down one of the 1.5s. Then we're going to write the h right next to it, showing it's being multiplied to it. And now we're going to write the exponent of 3 on top of that h, showing that there are 3 of those h's being multiplied together. Math of Mr. Williams, example 3, evaluating algebraic expressions. So we have evaluate k plus 10 when k equals 25. So let's go ahead and first write down the expression, k plus 10, and now we're going to show the substitution by putting inside parentheses where there's that k. And so we have 25 plus 10 will give us a sum of 35 as our answer. All right, the next one we have 4 times n when n is 12. So let's write the expression. Now we're going to substitute the 12n for the n, and then 4 times 12 will give us the product of 48 as our answer. Math of Mr. Williams, example 4, evaluating an expression with 2 variables. All right, so here we have evaluate n minus m when m equals 12 and n equals 30. So let's go ahead and write down our expression, n minus the m. Now we're going to go ahead and substitute. So I see the n is first, so we have n equals 30. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my 30 in parentheses, minus, we have m, which is 12. So I'm going to put 12 in parentheses. All right, so we're looking for the difference between 30 and 12. So if we subtract 30 minus 12, we arrive at the difference of 18 for our answer. All right, on to the second one. We have evaluate a divided by b when a equals 16 and b equals 2/3. All right, let's go ahead and write down our expression. A divided by b, let's do our substitution. A is 16, and b is a fraction of 2/3. All right, now let's go ahead and do our changes here. So we remember from previous lessons that we're going to go ahead and use keep, change, flip. I'm going to add an extra part in here. I'm going to take that 16, I'm going to change them into a fraction. So we're going to put 16 over 1, because 16 divided by 1 equals 16. We're going to change our division to multiplication. Then we're going to flip that second fraction upside down to 3 over 2. And now we're just going to multiply straight across. So 16 times 3 equals 48, and 1 times 2 will get me 2. Now we're going to go ahead and simplify that. So 48 divided by 2 gives me the answer of 24. Math of Mr. Williams, example 5, evaluating expressions with 2 operations. All right, the first one says evaluate 3x minus 14 when x equals 5. So let's go ahead and write down our expression. Okay, let's go ahead and do our substitution here. Okay, now we know a number next to a letter means to multiply, so we're going to multiply 3 times 5, getting us 15. Bring down the minus 14, so the difference between 15 and 14 is 1 for our answer. All right, on to the second one. We have n squared plus 8.5 when n equals 2. Let's go and write down our expression. All right, so we have n squared plus 8.5, and we're going to substitute in the 2 now. All right, so we have 2 squared plus 8.5. Let's go ahead and break that up. We know that this exponent means that base that many times. So we have 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. And when we bring these two together, we have 4 plus 8.5, giving us the sum of 12.5 for our answer.